This is going to be a helpful workout routine for people who have neck pain. Sometimes you might wake up with a tight neck, really stiff, and you want to be able to relieve it. This exercise routine is going to be super helpful for you for long-term relief. You get into this position, you're going to rotate that body, placing that hand on that neck, and everyone's going to have a different amount of motion that they can tolerate, but do what you can, and more pain doesn't mean more progress. One of the things we want to do here is rotate that upper back because that's going to help to provide relief to the neck muscles as well. Once you switch sides, think about doing 5 to 10 to start off on each side. You can even progress to doing 15, and this is really helpful when it comes to long-term relief of that neck pain. Let's get those reps done. As we transition to our next exercise, we're going to be going into a child's pose. And so you want to dip your body back. This is going to be helpful. You really want to get that head below the shoulders because, again, one thing that's going to help the neck to relieve that pain from a long-term standpoint. If you want permanent relief, you got to address the upper back as well. So maybe you've been thinking like, oh, maybe it's my mattress, maybe it's my pillow. Those things can make a difference, but you can always take control of how your body feels no matter what things you've been sleeping on or what you've been using. This is a good exercise to do that. So again, dip down, get that head below the shoulders, and really push that head further down past the shoulders. You're going to feel some tension, but it's going to feel like a good relief. This exercise is a thread the needle. So when we get into this position, we're going to move one hand right under the opposite shoulder and rest our shoulder on the ground. This is going to be super helpful. Part of what you want to do is get that head trying to rotate upward. This is going to improve people's motion for those who, when you have that neck stiffness, you feel like you can't turn or rotate your head. You got to turn your whole body to look to the left or to the right. This is going to be very helpful with that. Again, keep in mind, as you do it on both sides, think about doing 5 to 10 or trying to get up to like 15. But again, don't overstress yourself. You shouldn't feel pain with this. You should actually feel more relief, or maybe like that good kind of tightness or soreness that's being relieved. Again, this exercise targets the upper back, which is essential for relieving neck pain. Now, the other exercise that we want to think about is getting into a kneeling position where we can rotate that upper back and that head. You can place that hand right behind your head, and this is going to be great for being able to stabilize. So place the opposite hand against that thigh to put some pressure and help to facilitate rotation at your upper body. This is actually a really great full body exercise that gets your hips involved as well as your lower back. But one of the things that we can do to progress this exercise and to help maintain the results from it is really being able to incorporate some resistance, which I'll show you in a moment. But again, think about doing 5 to 10 and maybe up to 15 repetitions on each side. Now, taking a resistance band, if you want to get some of these bands that we use, you can see the link in our description, but this is going to be helpful to maintain the stability. So once we loosen things up, we want to maintain that feeling of looseness, and using the resistance band is going to help us tremendously to be able to maintain the results and the amount of motion that we just gained. Again, we keep that band right against the body. Rotating is going to help us. And we switch sides, thinking about doing 15, 10 or so on each side. This is going to be a tremendous help for us. Place that arm right inside and rotate. Incorporating some holds can be very important. Now, moving on to our next exercise, this is really where we're getting into stabilizing the motion and the amount of mobility that we have. So doing this row is going to be great because one of the things it's going to do is help you to get that chin tuck. The chin tuck is going to help you to stabilize your neck, open up that spine. Maybe people who've had stenosis or arthritis, and even preventing those kind of conditions, this is going to be a helpful exercise for that, where we're squeezing those shoulder blades, and it's going to facilitate our neck muscles, opening up our neck joints. If you've ever felt like, oh man, I wish someone could just crack my neck, this is going to be one of the best exercises that helps you to do that. And we follow it up with some bench press type of exercises. So chest presses using a resistance band and using some kettlebells is going to be great for getting our muscles nice and activated that are going to relieve pressure from our spine. Get in that position and push. Part of why this exercise is helpful is because we're working the opposite muscles of our neck that oftentimes feel tight and really pinchy and restricting. And so this is going to help to create a balance. Love using the resistance band because it puts an equal amount of force throughout the entire movement. So thinking about trying to start off getting 10 repetitions and moving to 15 and possibly 20 with an exercise like this. But I'm going to show you not only a different variation, but another exercise we can use to follow this up with. And so we get different resistance band. We're going to be in a kneeling position, moving and activating the same muscles, our pecs, which is going to help to open up our upper back. We're activating our serratus anterior and a whole host of muscles that are going to open up that neck area, encouraging our chin tuck, as well as opening up our upper back, which is going to relieve tension from the neck. So most people, again, only focus on the neck area, but they don't realize they want to get those upper back muscles really working as well. Now, this is a really difficult exercise, so give this one a try if you have the courage to, but it's going to be really effective, especially for people who felt like, man, I really want somebody to pull on my neck or adjust or feel like I got to crack my neck. This is going to be a great way to put some tension from the neck down to the upper back area. So we're placing our hands right on that weight or whatever surface you can use, and if that's too difficult, you can hop right into a push-up, which is going to give you the same type of effect in terms of mobilizing that upper back and neck area. Look at that boy go. Keep in mind as you do this, think about 10, 15, up to 20 repetitions. Now, this exercise is going to be very essential for people because what we don't realize is if you're going to maintain freedom of motion at your neck and relieve that tightness permanently, you got to do some stability exercises. So it's not just stretching, but as you can see, this exercise is one of my favorites using a resistance band. We're going to be able to encourage that chin tuck, and this is going to encourage great posture as well. For people who sit all day and type, this is going to help build the postural strength to help you maintain good posture throughout your day. So give this one a good try, 10 to 15 reps. Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more helpful content like this.